Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's jump right into the reading. So I have a message coming through where Spirit was saying that God doesn't necessarily care about what spiritual tools you are using. He cares about the heart and the intention of the heart. So it doesn't matter if you're choosing to use tarot cards, oracle cards, prayer beads, whether you're in a temple of some kind, a church, whether you're out in nature or whether you're in a prison cell. God cares about the intention of your heart, and this is what he's going to look for, and this is what he's going to see, not this physicality. In Spirit also saying to not get too caught up with the messenger, but you want to be taking the message. Do you resonate with the message? Okay, you take the message into your heart. You don't want to focus on this material world too much and get too caught up on chasing like material possessions and be obsessed with like your beauty and what you look like. What matters the most to God is the heart. They keep saying the heart and the intention of the heart. Does your heart weigh lighter than the feather? Because right now in this lifetime, this time that humanity is in, we're in a time of judgment. And I'm hearing the reckoning, but not in the way people think. But we are in a time of judgment. So you need to be very focused on your heart and bettering yourself. Are you a genuine human being? These people that you love and you call family and friends, are they genuine human beings? That's what matters the most right now. So can we get a few cards, please, from this deck for the collective? What is it they most need to hear right now? And they're talking about how, again, they're showing me the prison cell again. And they're saying, like, you heard stories of, like, a lot of prisoners who go to jail, sometimes for, like, petty crime. They go into jail and then they'll repent and they'll find God in jail. It's like God is everywhere. God can be everywhere. God can speak through everyone. And God can find everyone and bring them home to him and home to themselves. And what to the collective, this one? We have Archangel Michael trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Exactly that. Obviously, Archangel Michael is the right hand of God. God's favourite. I'm hearing God's favourite. You know how like humans call themselves God's favourite? The chosen ones, the anointed. That's Archangel Michael, which is why a lot of people out here do feel very, very connected to Archangel Michael. I believe that he's like one of the most favourite archangels when it comes to human beings. So it's not just God, but I do feel like as well, obviously, because he's that archangel of protection. And a lot of people right now, because we are in spiritual warfare, obviously a lot of people will be calling Archangel Michael on because they're going to feel very unprotected. He also helps us to cut cords and he brings in truth, and we are in a time of truth. There's a lot of people now who are seeking truth, who are truth seekers, who are mystics, who are finding not only the truth of themselves and of God, but this reality and seeing the people around them. Now I'm showing people with masks just falling off. So a lot of you could be surrounded by people and their masks are coming off. Or maybe you now are seeing with the eyes of God and you're seeing people's hearts and you're realizing that this person may be beautiful on the outside, but inside you're like, ugh. Like I'm literally seeing someone be like, ugh, that is disgusting. Like you can't even look because you're seeing like the ugliness and the uncleanness within them and like the choices and the decisions that they choose to make in this lifetime. And a lot of them could choose to sin and do evil acts, and you're not with that. And you're seeing people for who they really are because you're more connected to your heart and God, which means you're going to see through the eyes of God. I keep hearing seeing through the eyes of God. I feel like Archangel Michael will be around a lot of you, not only protecting you, but he's cutting away things that don't serve you. And it is Archangel Michael who is also assisting the Most High God in showing you who people are around you, in removing masks. What else, Spirit? I'm just staring at the swords, where a lot of you could be seeing like swords everywhere or daggers everywhere. And again, like they're talking about the spiritual tools. So some people will even use like a ceremonial dagger in their prayers or in their rituals. And this can represent, again, cord cutting, and it represents truth. The sword and the dagger, it represents truth, but it also is connected to warfare. So Archangel Michael, he is ready and equipped for war. He has the sword and he has the shield. And they're saying to like not hide away or shy away from warfare because you've got no choice. You're here in this lifetime, so you're in this battle. You have no choice. They're saying to pick up your spiritual tools and fight. Pick up your spiritual tools and fight. And I'm hearing like not just to get focused on like certain religious books. Don't just, so some of you could have been I can't even speak. Some of you could have been raised in a certain religion and maybe you were taught like this book is doctrine. You need to follow it word for word and it's literal, but it's not. It's got different books within the book. It's got different coding that you're supposed to read between the lines. I'm hearing read between the lines. What else, Spirit? So they're saying if you're feeling called to go down a different spiritual path, that's okay. And that will be God calling you to go down this different path. They're saying the amount of human beings that are on this planet, That's the amount of different pathways to ascension back home to God that you can take. So you need to be walking your own path and following your own lead, following your own heart, because you know what's best for you. And you know when you are hearing the voice of God and when he's asking you to do something. Other people can't necessarily hear the voice of God when he's speaking to you, specifically to you. You can hear it because it's your spiritual experience. You know, when you're having that spiritual experience and you might be looking around other people who are in the vicinity and you're seeing something, you're like, why is nobody noticing this? So they're bringing up the memory of when I was very, very ill years ago now. And I used to work with my dad. We were on a drive on the way home and I had like given up fight. I've been battling chronic illness for years and I was like, I don't have any fight in me anymore. I can't do this anymore. I give up. But this is that I was having these thoughts all that day in my head. We were on our way home and I kid you not, I looked up in the sky out of the car and Archangel Michael, he was a cloud in the sky, but he was taking up half the sky. He had a shield in one hand and a sword in the other. And I've kind of like looked over at my dad and I'm looking out in like the people walking in the public and I'm like, why is no one looking up in the sky? Why is no one seeing this? Obviously, it was just me that could see it because it was for me. Because it was Archangel Michael saying, fight, fight. And I did, and I kept fighting because I had that divine intervention, that experience. And then two months later, I got better. And I've been better ever since. So that's coming through for someone. So I feel like you guys, you could even see an angel like that. May not be in the clouds like that. Maybe you're physically seeing an angel like through clairvoyance. And you could be in public like, is anybody else seeing this? So you know, like people have those experiences where they're in an accident and then a stranger comes to help them. They'll call this stranger an earth angel. And they may say to the ambulance or the hospital staff when they're in the hospital, like, yeah, this person helped me. They'll describe them. They're like, oh, where are they? And they'll be like, when we came to pick you up, there was no one there. But you were like, but they were right there. They helped me. Like they saw me go into the ambulance, and they were like, no, there was no one else with you, angel, earth angel. That was your spiritual experience. It was for you. And they're speaking about the narrator, the voice of God. So some of you guys could directly be hearing God. Maybe you're very connected to archangels and you normally will hear archangels or like your grandparents, your passed over loved ones, but now you are hearing the voice of God. We have faith here, humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. And I love here, faith is the divine counterpart of Archangel Michael, I believe. So a lot of you guys as well, you're in union. You're coming into balance with yourself, or you're being called to come into balance within yourself. So your divine masculine, your divine feminine, your light, your dark, your lower nature, your higher nature, you're being asked to walk in balance. And they're saying, claim it all, claim it all. It's time now to claim it all. But I love how she has the blue heart. And obviously blue is also very much connected to Archangel Michael. It's connected to the throat chakra. So it represents truth. But again, the intentions of the heart, that is truth. When someone is very light-hearted, when someone is pure, they are true, Spirit is saying. But they're saying to keep the faith if you feel like you're surrounded by, I'm hearing charlatans. When you feel like you're surrounded by charlatans, so people who are just acting, who don't necessarily love you or care about you, they just want to be around you for whatever reason. Maybe you're financially well off, maybe they just want your time, your advice, your wisdom, your energy. But obviously, if you have this pure heart, then you are going to have that very, very strong connection and clear channel to the Most High. And a lot of people, that's what a lot of people will be jealous and envious over, because they're, for whatever reason, they're not doing the work. So they don't have that connection. They don't have that purity of heart. What else, Spirit? It's like they want to be around you, and then maybe they get a chance of getting into God's kingdom. And you're like, no. No one's clinging on to me. No more leeches. No more parasites. Everyone's falling off, and they're being pushed off you. They're not just being falling off. They are being pushed off you by the Most High. What else, Spirit? It's like they're a stain. I'm hearing they're a stain. Some of you could have dealt with, could be like family members. It could just be people in general. It could be friends. Could be colleagues. But like people that you meet with in life. You could be one of those people where you meet a stranger and they just pour out the whole life story. Whatever trauma, whatever they're going through, they just like pour it out. And I'm seeing someone like in a shopping cart. So you could just be trying to do your food shop and you're like, what the hell? Why can't people just leave me alone? They can see your heart. And this is the thing. Humans can see each other. It doesn't matter what mask people want to wear deep down at a soul level, your intuition, your discernment. It doesn't matter how oppressed it is, you can still see each other, which is why all of these moths and all of these bad people and these people who are unclean spirits, they're so attracted to you, to your light, to your heart, because they can see it on some level, even if they won't admit it. We have Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. You guys are moving on up another level. I just keep hearing God's kingdom, God's kingdom. So you are moving on up to God's kingdom. And this is the energy that you're holding in your aura right now, in your spiritual body, which is why you will be attracting a lot of people, because it's like you have moved on up to that level of an earth angel. You could be called an earth angel. Maybe you resonate with that. Maybe people have called you that in their lifetime. Or maybe you are that stranger who has often like been in a shop and you've seen seen a teenager and they're like can't afford their lunch. The card isn't working. They forgot their money or whatever. They don't have it, and you just go over. You're like, it's on me. It's fine. You don't even ask. You just go over. You tap your card. It's like, it's fine. It's on me. Like, you do things like that for people, and these people will always remember you. They will always remember you because you were that earth angel to them. You were kind to them. You were genuine to them when they felt less than, or when they were down in the dumps. This deck. Can I get a few cards, please, from the for the collective? What's it that I was going to say from the collective? Exactly. It's like you do a lot of things for people. You're a gift. I'm getting that you are a gift. That you, your presence, your energy, who you are. You're a gift to the people around you and to these strangers' lives that you are brought into by God. We have Gethsemane, darkest hour, strength arrives. Like, this cup. The cup overflow, if this is what I see you guys as, and you see how it's glowing and everything else is kind of in darkness. Like, you bring this light to other people's lives and you are seeing it now. I feel like in the past, if a medium said this to you, like, you have a lot of light, you have a lot of grace, you have a pure heart, you'd been like, or like, well, why is my life this way? Why do bad things happen to me? I feel like you've pulled yourself out of that victim state. You've pulled yourself out of this darkness. You're not used to sitting in darkness or being comfortable with it anymore. You want to be in the light now, so you've walked in the light. And this is who you are now. That cup overfloweth. They're saying don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Anyone who's still having doubts, who's still kind of moving from the victim state and into their more confident sovereign self, don't doubt yourself, because you're almost here on this side, on the sovereign side. What else, Spirit? What else? Can I get a few more cards for the collective? We have children, cherish and enter the world. That is beautiful. So you're very, very much connected to your inner child. And I love how we have all these butterflies, because obviously butterflies, they represent change and transformation, and you have found your wings. This is Spirit saying you have found your wings and you are free, because children are free. Children are very innocent. They're very pure. So they represent that pure heart of being light-hearted. That is the child. And this is that innocent state that you've brought yourself back to, or you're about to. You're very, very close. And I feel like you guys would have been on this journey for a decade or quite a few decades, but now you have found your wings. You could be seeing blue butterflies everywhere, or the monarch butterfly. Because remember, when you are pure of heart, you are royalty. Your heart is royalty, and on a soul level, you are royalty when you are pure and when you are genuine. It has nothing to do with being born into a monarchy, and everything to do with your heart and the kind of human being you are and who you choose to be. What else, Spirit? Can I get another? Thank you. We have enlightenment, continue to grow. Exactly. And look at all this sun. Look at all this joy. Look at all this peace. Look at all this happiness. Look at all this creativity that's just swirling around and is beaming out of her crown chakra. You guys are very much about to reach that state of enlightenment, in terms of feeling very much connected to you and being home and being free. Some of you could be in your 30s. I'm just staring at the 35, or maybe you've been seeing that angel number everywhere. But obviously 3 and 5, it equals to 8, and 8 is connected to karma and it's connected to wealth. So you guys have closed out those karmic cycles. You have finished a lot of souls contracts now. You're wrapping things up, and a lot of you could have felt like you're here in this lifetime to wrap things up. So all of that unfinished business that you had with certain souls and with like family, or certain places that are 9 to 5s, and I'm hearing colleagues, places where you had to work, you've wrapped all those contracts up, and a lot of them could be closing at the same time. A lot of things could be falling out of your life at the same time. Maybe a lot of you guys have just quit your jobs. Maybe you've just started a completely new career that's different to what you were always doing. Maybe you've distanced yourself from family members. Maybe your friendship groups are changing because you're meeting more of your soul's tribe. More people who are also at peace with themselves and who are free, who are sovereign, who are on this journey of enlightenment, who are seeking truth. You're going to meet more and more of those people who are on your level, on your wavelength, because God doesn't allow his pure of heart to be messing around with the unclean. It's like he's bringing together people who match. He's bringing together the emperor with the empress, the high priestess with the magician. He's bringing people together who match. So if people are karmics can stay over there. They can be together and do whatever it is they're doing. Because they're choosing to have this heaviness of heart and not do the work and unpack it. Because yes, it hurts, and it is a long journey, and sometimes it can be lonely. And you guys will know that because you've done it. Other people need to step up now and do the work and do what God is asking them to do, calling them to do. We have the garden, receive and heal. Yet you guys are in the Garden of Eden. A lot of you are going to be feeling very, very overwhelmed with how much peace you were feeling. Maybe you thought you would never feel peace again or get your innocence back again. I'm hearing a lot of you have reclaimed your innocence, and we have another child here. So you're very, very connected to your inner child. Some of you, this could be a child that you will be bringing through, will be very, very enlightened and will be born on your level, won't have to go through all that karmic crap that you had to go through because of you. You're opening this new like golden gate that this soul can now come through and have an easier ride. I'm hearing an easier ride. Obviously there's ups and downs in life, but they won't have to struggle like you struggled. And this is what you want. You don't want any child of yours or anyone you love to be struggling the way that you struggled, particularly not children. This deck, no. Can I get a few poems, please, of what the collective needs to hear right now to close out this reading? Thank you. This one says, the womb is the all-seeing eye, for who knows everything other than the Creator herself? From darkness we are born, to lightness we claim, death and rebirth inherently the same. Let her waters break and push away the pain. Breathe with her deeply and clarity you will gain. Follow her wisdom and your life will forever change. She whispers her secrets, I keep them close to my chest. For the womb and heart an arc line forever connects. I feel like you guys are really tapped into the fact that your heart is an electromagnetic field. And I'm seeing a magnet of light, and it's like in your heart. So obviously the more pure of heart you are, the more light your heart is, the more you've mended it back together through any heartbreak. I'm seeing like a stabbing in the back from any people who've betrayed you, from any grief of losing a loved one. I was about to say leaving a loved one. So maybe it caused you grief when you've had to cut people off. But they're saying that now you have found that gold within your heart. You've tapped into that wisdom, that gem and the gold within your heart. So your heart is now a magnet to bringing in the gold that you deserve. And it's aligning you to your destiny and to your best possible timeline. What else, Spirit? The womb is also a second heart. So it's like you guys have got a double whammy. What else, Spirit? Because remember that God will bring in blessings and opportunities that are beyond your wildest imagination. So you've been doing the work, using your free will to reach your goals. And you're being blessed that way from reaching your goal. And that's of your doing. But then God is going to be bringing in your spiritual inheritance. You're going to be receiving God's blessings. What else, Spirit? Can I get another poem of what the collective most needs to hear right now? Thank you. We have walk towards the sun, your new timeline has begun. Through the archway, jump in the gold carriage, no longer carrying that old baggage. A double rainbow overhead, forgive but don't forget. Shake the magic 8-ball, it foretells a wave of good luck. Wish granted, never again will you remain stuck. You can't make this shit up. It's literally, you guys are stepping into gold, like your golden era, your golden timeline. But there's like sparks of gold, specks of gold within your auric field, because you have connected to your heart. You've connected to the Christ consciousness that exists within you. Let me read it again. Walk towards the sun, your new timeline has begun. Through the archway, jump in the gold carriage, no longer carrying that old baggage. A double rainbow overhead, forgive but don't ever forget. Shake the magic 8-ball, it foretells a wave of good luck. Wish granted, never again will you remain stuck. There is a prayer that is being answered and a wish granted because of who you choose to be. You're a genuine, pure-hearted human being. Don't let anyone pull you out of that character. Don't let anyone try and get a rise up out of you. Just keep keep connected to your heart and keep, like, you have to keep these kinds of people at arm's length. And if it's like monitoring spirits and entities when it's a psychic attack, again, you just keep praying, keep that strong direct line that you have to the Most High. You keep talking to him, you keep praying. But that is all the messages that is coming through today. I hope that did resonate with someone out there, and I will see you in another video.